Hello everyone, hope you are doing good. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another quick and interesting video today. I am going to compare the role differences between being a data analyst and being a business analyst, particular to the field of marketing, or in today's words, digital marketing. What is the difference, right? We are going to have a quick look. There's sometimes a lot of overlap in some companies. Business analysts are also the data analyst, so it really depends. So let's have a quick look. Terms of tools, as a data analyst, obviously you'll use Excel, SQL for querying, Python for some ad hoc analysis, exploratory data analysis, or to do some specific use cases like web scraping, and build visualization on tools like Tableau, Power BI, and so on, right? That's the general tool set. Whereas for marketing, obviously, depending on what you have to achieve, you need to know SQL, Python. You might also build visualization. So again, knowledge of visualization tools like Tableau or Power BI will be important. However, on top of this, you'll also need to know tools like Google Analytics, right? To understand website data, who is your audience, where are they coming from, to answer these kind of questions. Maybe Salesforce data if you're working in a B2B setup. To understand data about leads, you need to understand the tables in Salesforce, how to work with them, what is the significance of each of them, and so on, right? There are also other tools these days like Google Ads, Meta Ads, and so on. Like if you want to also manage advertising data, paid advertising data, you need to know these tools, the KPIs and metrics within each of these tools, right? Some of them might be common, but you need to have more of this business acumen to start out as a business analyst in marketing or switch to that kind of role. Whereas with data analyst, especially for a fresher, you can get away with just knowing the tools and very reasonable business sense. Then moving on to the role type, right? So as I said, data analyst will be mostly exploratory analysis, building dashboards based on stakeholder needs, running SQL ad hoc queries, or performing some ad hoc analysis and so on. Whereas with business analyst with a marketing focus, you might be asked to work on longer term projects to improve the return on ad spend, improve your return on investment of the advertising that you're doing, right? To perform attribution modeling. What is attribution modeling, right? Like a person, if you have an e-commerce site, can come from Facebook, can come from a Google ad, can come from email, and so on, right? They might come to your website 5-6 times before actually purchasing a product. Then you want to understand, okay, which of these mediums is actually giving you the better ROI, right? To do this, you need to learn to do attribution modeling, right? To give the right weightage to each of the sources based on the revenue you make. And also general strategic analysis, like to perform analysis on cohorts, right? To reduce churn rate, or to see, customers and their loyalty, right? How recent have they purchased? How frequently do they purchase? What monetary value do they generally purchase for? And so on. Building segmentations, things like that. So there's obviously a lot more longer term projects, more than just doing ad hoc queries and stuff like that. The final part is, which is becoming important these days, do data analysts do some data engineering work like ETL, extract, transform, load, things like that? Yes, these days many companies also ask for that, right? So DBT, data build tool, is one popular tool, which is basically like some SQL, and like it also has Jinja functions, which is kind of like Python. And also knowledge of some cloud platform like AWS, GCP, right? This is up to you. Google Cloud Platform basically means knowing to operate with Google BigQuery and knowing Google Cloud functions and a few other functionality. Not something in detail, but at least the basics. Whereas for a business analyst with a focus on marketing, it's completely role and company based. Some companies expect you to know DBT, some companies expect you to know Matillion, some companies may expect you to know Mixpanel. Some companies might just expect you to have more business acumen and have a stronger understanding of statistical analysis and things like that, right? So this is a very simple difference. As you see, the business analyst marketing role can also be like a data analyst role, but it might have more longer term projects, more strategic focus, and also more specific marketing use case based work, right? A data analyst could also contribute to multiple teams, not only marketing, to sales team, HR team, and so on. This is also another difference. I'll hope that you enjoyed this video. I'll see you again in another video. Till then, take care.